Hello and welcome to Home Business Specialist, a program designed to empower you to become an home business entrepreneur. And we have a vision in this program. We want you to be financially independent, own your time, and get rid of your boss. And today with me in the studio is
Bola.
All right, and together we are going to be taking you through a series of training that will help you become the best you can possibly be in a home-based business. And now this is the final teaching or training in this particular series of training and development. We have looked at why you should start a home-based business. We have looked at the benefits, the advantages and disadvantages of a home-based business. We have looked at how to start. We have looked at how to raise finance. We have looked at the challenges of a home-based business. And today, we are going to be looking at marketing your home-based business. Bola.
Absolutely. I mean, among the things we also looked at, Eddie forgot to mention, is how to choose which home-based business you want to go with. However, what you do will determine how you market your business. Now, with a lot of home-based businesses, there are different ways of marketing them. The very first thing to understand is that the particular business you will go for would already have tried and tested marketing system. I want to encourage you to go with it, work it, and make sure it works for you. Somebody somewhere have tested it with more than one person. That is why it became a system that you're buying into. So I want to encourage you to make sure you understand the marketing system that works with your business. Now, there are various marketing systems, and we're going to try and attempt to touch, 7, 8, 9 of them today. And hopefully that will be wide enough for you to plug your business into and just, keep on going. The very first one, which is very, very common in home-based businesses today, is the idea of buying leads. What does that mean? You just asked me. And that is, there are people that are interested in buying the products or the services that your organization is making available. However, you might not have enough finance to create a system to market in order to get all the people that are interested in this type of business. There are companies out there that have more than enough finance. Their job is just to find people that are interested in products like yours. So what you do is you go to these kind of organizations and you buy leads, as in buy names and addresses or email addresses of people that are looking for your product. What does that do for you? It makes you target the exact people that are looking to buy what you have to offer. So you're not wasting time just looking for everybody. Because when you look for everybody and anybody, you get nobody. However, when you go to a leads company to buy leads, they have leads that relate to different things. It could be leads for people that want to start the kind of home business you have. So which means if you have a scheme where you need to raise other people within your team, you can very easily find them there. It could be people that are interested in health products, and then, people that are interested in buying them to use them or selling them on. So whatever it is, there are leads companies that are available for you to buy leads from. So they generate the leads. They do all the marketing. They bear the cost of marketing broadly. And then you buy the set of leads, and then you use that lead. So you are targeting a specific bunch of people interested in what you have to offer. Eddie.
When it comes to buying leads, there are so many leads generating companies out there. And so look for a leads company that has a track record. And what do I mean? If you know people who are already using this leads company, make sure you call a few of their clientele, find out, look for, get the right appraisal or feedback regarding this particular leads company. Now, when it comes to buying leads from leads organizations, there are a few things you want to be aware of. First of all, find out what the contact ratio is. Contact ratio means that if I buy buy 100 leads from a company, from a particular company, people who are looking for my kind of business, what is the contact ratio? That is, how many of these telephone numbers are actually genuine? How many, even if I call them, how many of them do I actually make contact with? How many of them are actually real? Because people can fill in any form of information online or respond to advertisement using bogus names and telephone numbers. So there's what is known as the contact ratio. Find out what the contact ratio is. Secondly, Find out if the contact ratio is high. Find out how many of the contacts, or from that contact ratio, how many people actually end up buying. So these are the statistics you can use in determining the quality of the home-based of the leads company you buy leads from. So you buy leads from a leads company, but you need to vet the type of leads organization you buy from. So use the contact ratio and use the conversion ratio from the contact ratio to test and prove if that leads company is good. Now, when it comes to leads company, some are very good. Some have very high contact ratio, but very low conversion ratio. Now, the reason why a lead company can have a very high contact ratio is because they do what is called insensitized request. In other words, they can put in a bait saying, say for example, oh, if you want something free, fill out your name and address in this particular response to this advert. So people respond to an advert because of what they have to gain, not that they're actually looking for a business. So when you find that, you may end up having a very high contact ratio because the prospect wants something in return from the leads company. Whereas when it comes to actual conversion, it's very poor. And then you then also have the other hand where you have very high contact very low contact ratio, but very high conversion ratio. So say, for example, you call people, you call your prospects, but they are never at home. But of course, they are never at home because they are very busy people, or they actually own a full-time job, but they are looking to start a home-based business. So, but whenever you do get hold of them, they do actually buy your product. So look for conversion ratio and also look for contact ratio. Bolan.
Yes, another thing is, which is very, very popular now, is the whole issue of marketing on the internet. Now, why internet marketing? Because millions of people use the internet on a daily basis. Many to go and get information, and many more to transact business. People have come to be aware of the internet as a place where you can find anything you need. So internet marketing works very, very well if you know exactly where to market your business. So for the sake of argument, if you sell health-based products, you can market your business in websites of, say, sports centers, websites of football clubs, sports clubs, places like that. So that is, you have people that are interested in the area that you are doing your business in. Now, the thing about internet-based marketing is you don't even know these people. They don't necessarily have to live near where you live. You can always send the items through to them. It could be services that they're buying and downloading on the internet from you. But whatever it is, the internet gives you an opportunity to reach a very wide range of people across the world at any point in time. So you could be selling to people in China. You could be selling to people, you know, in Africa. It depends. So it doesn't really matter what continent you are in. You are open to a wide range of people that are looking for your business. So the internet is a fantastic tool to market your business in, and it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. In fact, there are some places on the internet where you could advertise for free as well while we are at it. So all these options are worth you checking out for your particular line of business. But I want to believe very strongly that the line of business that you have gone into, you would have been told what the tried and tested method of marketing is. So don't take your eyes away from that. But I want to believe that the internet is a big strategy in marketing for a lot of home-based businesses today, Eddie.
Yeah, correct. Now, you find that the areas we're talking about now, we're talking about marketing. Marketing is when it comes to home-based business, is a very, very technical area. And so my advice will always be, like we said in our previous sessions, is that try to delegate as much as possible. So I would suggest that, you know, you partner with organizations, marketing organizations that are not that are not expensive, and then subscribe to a broad range of services across the areas we've talked about. Now, talking about buying leads is very easy because you can just, you know, vet the company, buy your leads. But internet marketing requires a lot of skills, and every couple of months, new strategies come up on the internet. So you don't want to take focus away from your business and start picking up a new career, learning how to market your products on the internet. So we will suggest that we highly recommend that you look for a very good internet marketing organizations to work with that is inexpensive, and they can help you market your product. Now, the third marketing strategy is what we call warm markets. Warm markets. Warm market simply means your friends and family. But there is again, like any other marketing, this requires a lot of skills. A lot of skill is required in marketing or telling your friends and family about your business. I mean, if not, the next time they see you come through the door, they will jump out of the window. So warm market. So yes, warm market. Word of mouth is very, very good. Word of mouth is very, very good, and so you can use your warm market to start with, while you are also looking into what we call the cold market. The cold market is buying leads, your internet marketing, and the other things we're going to be talking about. So warm market is also a very good way of marketing. So you get your friends and family to tell their friends and family about what you do. I want to give you one strategy here regarding warm market. Take a pen and paper and list out every single person that you know. In marketing, we call it list 200. So we say try and get 200 people that you know. Write their names down, your doctor, your physiotherapist, your lawyer, your family members, their friends, your cousins. Write everything down, and then try and walk through that list, calling them up and telling them about the new service you are doing now. Secondly, ask them to recommend a friend or two to you. And so by the time 200 people give you 2 people each, you can work the maths out. So warm market is a very good way of spreading the word about what you do. The next one is Google Ad or Google AdWords. And so again, this is a very technical area. We will mention it in this program, but we will advise you to seek expertise, and we have people that we work with who are very good in this area, but we will advise you to seek expertise in the area of using Google Ads or using Google AdWords to do your marketing. But it is also very effective. I think Google has something called pay-per-click, and pay-per-click is simply you placing a banner somewhere, a Google banner somewhere, and you do not pay anything until somebody clicks on that on that link, and it comes to your website, and then you pay by the number of clicks. Now, that can easily rack up a lot of money, but the good side also is that you can determine what your budget is and put a cap on it so that it doesn't exceed your level of budget. So Google Ads or Google AdWords is also a very nice way to market your business.
Yeah, on that Google AdWords, I just wanted to quickly say something on pay-per-click in particular. If somebody is clicking, it's because they're interested in your business. Because it's like if you run a guest house, and somebody clicks on you run a guest house in a particular town in a particular county. If someone comes there to click on your advert, it's because they're coming to that particular town, particular county, and they are looking for guest houses. If you realize that there are lots of people that are clicking and not buying, then you might need to take a look again at what and how you present what you're selling. Because for them to click, it is like somebody walking through your shop door in a physical shop, and they want to buy. So you don't just, you don't get excited by the number of people that walk through your shop. You get excited by the number of people that buy from your shop. So if many people are walking and they are not buying, what are you not doing right? It would at least help you to know how to reposition if you need to reposition yourself. But there are very good ways of knowing how many people are really interested in your business. But if it's not being converted, it creates another problem. However, it's something at least you know what you need to take a closer look at. Now, another way of marketing your business, your home-based business, is email marketing. The beauty of email marketing is that it's free, completely free of charge. Another beauty is the fact that you can actually track how many people opens that email and how many people are actually interested in what you have to offer. Now, it's even easier and cheaper to buy email mailing lists than it is to buy regular mailing lists. And email mailing lists, there are organizations that actually will segment the email mailing list for you according to what actually you have to offer. So there are people that, like I mentioned earlier, health products, that are interested in health products. Because they've done the survey, they have all the information of these people. All you're going to do is to go and buy this mailing list of them. Some of these organizations will actually sell the mailing list to you. Some of them just, in quote, hire you the mailing list. So you pay them so much in order to target 50,000 people looking for this exact product or these exact services. However, you could also start with your friends and family and the people within your inbox and get them to send like a viral email to many other people. So email marketing is very, very good. Again, you can just create a link to your shop and get people to click in. You get to find out how many people are really interested in your product, how many people are coming to your shop front, and then how many you end up converting.
Yeah, email marketing is fantastic, but also be careful about spam because some email marketing tools have zero tolerance to spam. So always make sure that if you want to use an email marketing strategy, make sure you create a system where people can opt in to receive information from you before you actually send them what you have on offer. And so there are so many ways you can do this. You can put something out on offer and out there on the internet, ask people to subscribe for something, and then on the back of that, build up a list that will then form the basis of your email marketing strategy. Now, like I said, some companies have zero tolerance to spam, and if you send stuff to people that did not request for them, you can be blacklisted. So it's very important that we pay attention to that. The sixth method of marketing which we are looking at is mass media. Now, mass media is very expensive, can be very expensive depending on what line of business you are into, and that talks about the television, radio, and so this can be billboards. These are part of a mass media campaign, so this can be very expensive. However, there are organizations that sell a share of mass medium, i.e. They may go out and advertise home business, and then 20,000 people respond to home business. They then split that response among people who bought shares for that particular campaign. So you can be part of a group that uses mass media. So mass media can also be a very good tool if used carefully. The next one is traditional marketing, but I want to talk about that briefly.
I do indeed. I mean, many of us think that the days of traditional marketing is gone, but it's not gone, you know. Still creating leaflets, distributing leaflets to people, putting leaflets in corner shops, they still work, depending on the kind of business you do. If it's a business that is just targeting, so, you know, if you have a business that is targeting the regular people that walk through, you know, places from train stations to corner shops to buy things, and you put it on the corner shop window for 50 people a week, you'll be amazed how much response you get out of that. People still look for traditional business method. You drop a leaflet through the door, after a while somebody picks it up, and guess what? They respond to it. There's a particular business we were running, and one of the strategies of this business is choose a street, and on a weekly basis, make sure you drop a leaflet through the post of the houses on this street. Choose 100 houses. So it could be a street or two streets, as the case may be. But constantly, on at least once in 2 weeks, drop the same leaflet in these same houses. As time goes on, you will get minimum of 10% response. And we tested it, and it works. And there are some businesses today that's all, you know, the business model is based on. The catalog business, that is what the business model is based on. Traditional marketing, going from door to door, dropping, you know, catalogs, dropping leaflets, dropping information just in people's doors or where people will need them. And when the time comes that they really require them, guess what they do? They go back to that leaflet that you've been dropping consistently. So it does work. Traditional businesses do work. Eddie, what do you think of advertising on, you know, and sponsorship?
Yes, advertising and and sponsorship is also very, very good in terms of traditional marketing. However, with all these marketing systems, they are not things that you do and probably get immediate response to. But with marketing, it tends to create a brand, in a way, in people's mind about what you have to offer. So sponsorship is one good one. I mean, I was talking to someone who runs a home business the other day, and this particular restaurant took out an advertisement at the back of a golf card, and that golf card goes to about 20 to 60,000 people every month. And scorecards in a golf scorecard. So and that's sponsorship. So yes, they may not come immediately, but the next time they see you requesting for invitation to come to their restaurant, they will remember, say, oh yes, I think we've seen this before. And so yes, sponsorship is a very, very good one.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the issue of the immediate issue, which is the issue of cold calling. The issue of speaking with somebody in order to sell your business directly to them. Marketing is great, but sometimes marketing could be, like Eddie said at the beginning, a long-term investment, and then sometimes it's a medium-term investment. But in the short term, where you have this product or this service and you need to put it in front of XYZ straight away, you probably need to do some cold calling. The question is, how do we overcome our fear of cold calling, Eddie? What have you got about that?
Before I talk about that, I think there's one more traditional marketing system we must talk about, which is newspaper advertisement. Oh, yeah, so newspaper advertisement also works. If you place an advert, the good thing about newspaper advert is that you can actually you have some sort of control in terms of budgeting. But yes, back to the question that Bola raised, how do you overcome the fear of cold calling? Well, there are three things that comes to mind in overcoming the fear of cold calling, and that is relationship. First, you want to focus on relationship and not salesmanship. Nobody likes to be sold to. I mean, I don't know if you've ever walked into a shop before. I do. I walk into a shop and then you ask me, "Oh, can I help you, sir?" I say no, because I don't like being sold to, and people don't like being sold to. So you want to focus on relationship instead of salesmanship. People always ask, "What's in it for me?" And so every time you come across as a salesman, they think that you are asking what's in it for you and not taking care of them. I remember a particular incident. A lady walked into a shop, and it was her husband's birthday, and she was going to buy a telephone, a mobile phone, a cell phone for about $600 for her husband. And then so she came in, check in hand, she was ready to pay, and then she approached one of the salespeople, and they asked her, "Can I help you?" Say, "Oh yes." She said, "I have come into the shop to buy this particular handset for my husband on his birthday." And then the salesman went on and on and on, talking about how this telephone can do X, Y, Z, how it has this remote control facility, how speed, how many gigabytes or whatever bytes it can download, and and then he went into the technical detail. When he was done, the lady looked at him and said, "I guess I'll come back next time." And that was it. She did not buy that phone. And so you find that sometimes salesmanship doesn't really pay. So if you want to really overcome your fear of cold calling, try to shift focus from salesmanship into relationship. Focus on the people that you want to talk to. The second thing is dialogue, not monologue. Dialogue and not monologue. Like I said earlier, this salesman just went on and on and on about going into the technical details of the handset, and then he completely lost his client in this process. So he went into a monologue. And so learn to go into a dialogue. Learn to listen more and talk less, because people like to be heard. People like to be listened to. So learn to listen more and talk less. So focus on dialogue and not your monologue. Monologue of your product and services that your client or your prospect may not be interested in anyway. And so the third one is focus on problem solving and not product selling. Focus on problem solving and not product selling. Find out what their problems are. Find out what problem your prospect is trying to address. Get them involved in a dialogue along that process, and then focus on building a relationship through that dialogue. And that way, you can easily convert any cold call, or you can easily convert any cold prospect into a warm list based on relationship.
Very, very true. I totally agree with you on that. Thank you very much, Eddie.
So that's all we can take in this session. We have looked at 8 ways you can market your business, and we have also looked at 3 ways you can avoid cold calling. And so just to wrap up, we said you can buy leads from leads organization, you can use internet marketing, you can look at your warm market, which is your friends and family, you can use Google Words or Google Ads, you can use email marketing, you can do the mass media, you can do traditional marketing, and then you can also look at newspaper advertisements. And then we also talked about how to overcome the fear of cold calling. And we said you focus on relationship and not salesmanship, dialogue and not monologue, problem solving and not product selling. So that is all we can take today. And from us here at the studio, we're signing off. And from me, Eddie, is have a great day.
Thank you very much.